All right, we're recorded, so no one say anything confidential.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, just take it easy. Cool. Everyone be cool, be cool. I think we go with your same approach of just like prioritizing getting content. Oh, there we go. Yeah, nice. Oh, Sensei Tom. Some people. We got a stack of mats. So I was yeah, I was saying earlier we can. The stack of mats is going to learn tiger form. So if you've never seen an inanimate stack of objects, you know, personify or anthropomorphize a kata, that's going to be.
It's going to turn into a taga. It's going to turn into a tiger. I guarantee
it's
it.
already striped. It's blue and black. It's just All right. Give it one more minute for the stragglers, even though there's a half-hour buffer, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Again, warm up on your own a little bit here. I'm going to talk a little bit at the beginning. It is like above 90 degrees out here, so I am already very warm. Yeah.
A nice 96 degrees.
It's a nice 96 out here today. So, you know, tiger training, they call it. No one calls it that. All right. Cool. Yeah, there you go. Get the shade. Yeah.
It's not hot here. It's raining.
Oh, raining. Okay. I was gonna ask. Yeah. What's the temperature over there?
What do we got right now? It is 70. Not bad.
Wow. That's not bad at all.
Trade. I'll trade you.
Yeah, trade.
No thanks. This is comfier.
All right. Let's go ahead and bow on in. We'll just keep it really simple. Neem. Cha. All right. So, warm up on your own. I'm going to talk just a little bit about tiger form in general. If you're surprised I said tiger form and think you should be doing some other class, then you're probably in the wrong place. So tiger form in general, I would say some of its characteristics relative to the other animal katas would be kind of explosive, very changing of directions in a sudden way, and generally using, I don't want to say strength in an arm intensive way, but in a sinking feeling, right? Because when a tiger latches onto something, it doesn't lift it up and throw it somewhere. It pulls it down and drags it down, and that's really kind of where its strength lies. So one of the things you know, that you notice, first of all, we won't get into any sort of tiger sequence until about probably 20-30 minutes in. So I promise you it is a tiger kata, even though we don't get there for a little bit. But some of the things, you know, with a lot of these moves, they are very extended. So a lot of these forward stances do end up doing one type of forward stance and then shifting deeper in order to reach. So you're reaching and pulling in. And in general, when you do these things, the elbows are being pulled in. That's where you get your back and your legs more involved with it, rather than elbows keeping out, where you're a bit more focused on the shoulder. So my intention, we have an hour and a half and tiger's a very long kata. Let's just get into it and see how far we can get. Sound good? I'm going to be asking for thumbs up and thumbs down. So if you want to agree or disagree without muting yourself, that's the easy way. All right. So first part of the kata is going to look like this. So let's go ahead and just do that. Okay, so after bowing in, you're going to bring your hands forward and you're going to rotate your thumbs down. From here, you are going to grab so that you're facing with your palms facing up, and pull in into a tension stance. So once you pull your hands back into reaction hands, you're in a tension stance, and from here, you're dropping down into rectangular stance. You're going to shift to your left and do a right soft elbow block, shifting into lunge stance. You're going to do a ridge hand, inner ridge hand, followed by an outer ridge hand. So you're basically going across the body, soft elbow, shoulder, shoulder, and bringing it back in. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Soft elbow, shifting to the right, shoulder with a ridge hand, other shoulder with the other ridge hand, pulling in and coming back into that rectangular stance. Let's do that whole thing again. So we just bowed in. I'm going to bring my hands forward, thumbs down, wrap them around, pull them in and get into a tension stance. Drop down, rectangular stance, shift to my left, right, soft elbow, ridge hand, and as I pull this ridge hand back in, soft elbow and shift to the other side, inner ridge hand, outer ridge hand, pull back in. All right, do that on your own 2 times, and I'm going to watch, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Thumbs down, yep, wrap around, pull in. So I think there's some confusion on that soft elbow block. Sensei Kaylin, if you could actually. So soft elbow block is a block with your elbow coming across the body. So if she has a punch out or is doing something, I'm blocking and going across here. So when I say soft elbow block from here, it's the elbow crossing over the body. So if you're a little confused on what that block is, imagine you're deflecting something with your elbow to the side. All right, get it done one more time. Drop down, good. So when you shift to your left, it's going to be your right elbow that comes across your body. You're essentially making a Z.
Okay. Now we're good.
Is there a question?
You can do it this way, that way, this way.
All right. Oh, geez, Tiger Dojo joining Tiger class. Oof. All right. All right. How do you guys feel about it? Yes? No? You want to do it one more? Thumbs up? I see a lot of thumbs up. Very good. All right, moving on. So we just came here, drop, shift, shift, here. From here, you are going to go to your left into a right cat stance. And when you do that, you are going to do a middle low block with open hands. So what that looks like is here. You're going to have your right hand on top, left hand on bottom. And then you are going to take your left foot, circle it around. So now you're facing the opposite direction with your left foot, and you're going to switch which hand is on top. So now the left hand is on top. What that looks like. So again, from here, from that rectangular stance, you're going to move to your left, right cat stance, right hand high, left hand low. Circle that left foot around, left cat stance, left hand high, right hand low. From here, you are going to do a right front snap kick, pulling in cup and saucer, and you are going to land right forward stance with a right uppercut and left pressing block. So again, here, pull in, up and saucer front snap kick, right forward stance, right uppercut, left pressing block. There we go. I'm seeing a lot of people get to at least that point. Good. All right, let's go through it together one more time from that rectangular stance. We'll add the next move and we'll do the opposite side. So we're in that rectangular stance, nice and strong tigers. From here, move to the left, right cat stance, right hand on top, left hand on bottom. Rotate the left foot around, left hand on top, right hand on bottom. Right front snap kick, cup and saucer on the same side. Left pressing block, right uppercut. From here, this is one of your tiger reaching out moments. You're going to deepen your forward stance and you're going to do double bridge hands. The idea is that you make this nice long line from your back leg, reaching up and all the way up to your double ridge hands. Pull that back in and you're back in your rectangular stance. All right, what goes left must go right. So we're gonna do the opposite side now. So now we're going to go to the right with a left cat stance. So left hand is gonna be on top this time. You're going to shift the right foot around. So you're facing the opposite direction. Right hand on top. Left front snap kick, left cup and saucer. Land, left forward stance, right pressing block, left uppercut. Shift further into your forward stance, double ridge hands, pull back into rectangular stance. All right, let's walk through that one more time from the rectangular stance so that we really iron it down. So, from that rectangular stance, moving to the left, right cat stance, right hand high, left hand low, spin the left foot around, left cat stance. Right front snap kick, right cup and saucer, right uppercut, left pressing block, double ridge hand reach, pull back in, rectangular stance. Good. Moving to the right, left cat stance, left hand high. Shift the right foot around, right foot on top, left hand, left, what the heck is going on here? Right hand on top, left hand on bottom. Left front snap kick, left cup and saucer. Right pressing block, left uppercut, double ridge hands, pull back in. How do we feel about that? All right, I see some halfway. What's that? I also see that we are getting our space invaded. What's that? Yeah, the party is starting. What's that? Okay. I'm gonna move my camera slightly just to avoid some of this music. All right. Oh, I see. Okay. Do that first part on your own. We do have to quickly move because this is a public space and they're brought very large speakers. So in the interest of hearing me throughout the entire thing, I'm gonna move over to a further bench. So on your own, starting from the beginning, go ahead. I'm going to keep watch as I walk with this laptop and walk over. All right, let's see. There we go. Someone very much knows Tiger already. That's cool. Good. I'm seeing some good pulling in. I'm seeing nice long stances. Yes, double ridge hand, pull back in. Love it. All right, we're moving over to the dirt. Hey, you guys are doing great. You don't need me. You probably all already know it. I should have asked who knows it first. Okay. All right, here we go. Much better. All right. Any questions, or can we do it from the beginning and move on? All good? All right. Let's start from the beginning and move on. So following along with me. Hands forward, wrap around, attention stance, drop down. Shift to the left, right elbow, right ridge hand, rotate over ridge hand. Shift to your left, or to your right. Left hand, left elbow, ridge hand, pull back in. Moving to your left, right cat stance, right hand on top, shifting like the left foot around, left hand on top, cup and saucer, front snap kick, uppercut pressing block, double ridge hand, pull back in. Going the opposite direction, so moving to the right, left cat stance, left hand on top, shifting around, right cat stance, right hand on top, left front snap kick, left cupping saucer, left uppercut, right pressing block, double reach hand, pull back in. From here, now that I see we've all made it back over there, we are going to do one of the common themes that we see in Tiger, which is step back into a left cat stance with a left Chinese circular chop block. We're then going to step forward in a left diagonal stance with a left chopping block. And this chopping block is going to rotate forward so that you can step forward into a reinforced vertical punch in a forward stance. So what that whole thing looks like, for those to follow along, retreat, Chinese circular chop block, left cat stance, left diagonal stance, chopping block, forward stance, reinforced vertical punch. Any questions? Good? Thumbs down. What's your question?
You said any questions, so I said no.
Oh, shoot. All right. All right. Yep.
Can you repeat that sequence again?
Yeah, the sequence I just did. Yep. So, left cat stance, left Chinese circular chop block. Chinese circular chop block, you're blocking with the outer part of the hand, and it's circling around, making like a C shape. So you're essentially doing this. You're going to, from this cat stance, step out diagonal stance with a left chopping block. So coming across here. And from here, just shifting forward stance. This chopping block becomes a platform for you to do your vertical punch through. Does that clarify? Okay. But as Tigers, we are always discontent and we always want to move and keep attacking. So we are not staying in place once we throw this punch. From here, we are going to be going to our right and we are going to be moving our left foot around and into that cat stance. We are going to turn this punch into its own platform and we are going to do an upward horizontal spear hand in, what's that? Oh, in cat stance. So we're here, what it's gonna look like here. My foot mimics my spear hand. So as I punch, the hand comes out to the side, wham! This foot and this hand come in at the same time. Good. From here, I'm going to go back forward, except I'm going to step out in a diagonal, rectangular stance, and I'm going to shift, or I'm going to switch which hand is going. So now it's going to be the right hand that's reinforced. So what it looks like together, 1, look, 2. So the hand that was out reaches out forward, bam. And now the other hand replaces and goes on top. All good, or did I lose anyone here? Oh no, the screen I was watching just got frozen. Okay. Okay, thumbs up if we feel good about that so far. All right, I see.
Could you do that one again, please?
Maybe not, all right. So, I'm here. I'm going to bring my right hand out to the right side. My left foot is going to come across to my right side, and I'm going to do a left upward spear hand. From here, I'm going to reach my hand forward, my left hand forward, and I'm going to do a right upward spear hand in a rectangular stance. All right. From here, my hand that is just on the spear hand is going to rotate on top, and I've got this nice like opposing clock sort of structure, and I'm going to bring my hands around. So I'm going to gonna bring my hands around, and when they come to about even with each other, I'm going to come across with my right horizontal chop, and I'm going to slap my forearm with my left hand. So it comes around, bam. From here, my hands continue their direction until they reach the other side. So I started here, right? Slap, continue that direction. Then they're going to unwind. And then again, once they're about back here, I'm going to rotate to my right in a right forward stance, inner chop. And then a blanket is going to come and obscure the screen. All right, so again, I just did my upward spear hand with my right hand. My right hand rotates up so that the palm is facing up. I rotate clockwise, bam, horizontal chop. Continue that rotation, unwind that rotation, and as I come around, wham, I'm going to bring all of that energy into a chop to my right side in a right forward stance. How do we feel? Because I'm about to ask you guys to do it. Good. I see a lot of thumbs up, some shaking. So what I want you guys to do is on your own, go from, you know what? Go from the beginning all the way to where we are. If we think we know it, if you're unsure, ask me questions on the parts you're unsure of. Try to get through that once or twice. I'm going to give you guys a minute or two to do that. Okay. There we go. Yeah.
Can you do the circular motion?
Yeah, that part is not straightforward. Yeah. So from here, right hand goes on top, left hand stays on bottom. Yeah. You're going to rotate clockwise. As your hands come here, the side without the patch, or your right side, comes around, and you're going to do a horizontal chop on your right hand. You're going to continue rotating until your patch side hand, your left hand, is on top, right hand is on bottom. Then you are going to go the opposite direction, so counterclockwise. And as you come across, you're going to shift to your right side with your right foot and your right chop. And it is a party over there. Okay. 52. Okay. A few things I want to quickly mention based on what I'm seeing. I would say be very intentional with crossing the center line with all of your techniques. A lot of these tiger techniques are explosive, and it can be very tempting, let's say, to do some of these parts fast. Oh yeah, I'm doing, yeah, look how cool I am as a tiger. Make sure you're very intentional, because these techniques here are all facing forward. So rather than shifting and leaning, you have a lot more strength. Keeping it in front and making sure you're crossing over center line. Likewise, Chinese circular chop block is very intentional to the front. And this chopping block, again, blocks something forward. So it's not out here and it's not super forward. So keep those things in mind. All right.
Sensei, would you
Yes.
mind taking this? Would you mind taking us through the whole thing one more time?
Let's do it.
Thank
All
you.
right. So from natural stance, hands come out, thumbs facing down, rotate and grab, pull into attention stance. Drop down, rectangular stance. Shift to the left, right, soft elbow block, inner ridge hand, outer ridge hand. Pull that ridge hand back in, shift into a right lunge stance with a left soft elbow, inner ridge hand, outer ridge hand, pull back in. From here, I'm moving to my left. Right cat stance. Right hand high, left hand low. Shift the left foot around. Left cat stance, left hand high, right hand low. Step. Right front snap kick, cup and saucer. Right uppercut, left pressing block. Reach, double ridge hands. Pull back in. Go back in rectangular stance. Going to the right. Left cat stance, left block on top. Shifting the right foot around. Right cat stance, right hand on top. Left front snap kick, left cup and saucer. Right pressing block, left uppercut. Deepen the stance, double ridge hands. Pull back in, rectangular stance. Retreat back. Left cat stance, left shiny circular chop block. Stepping out diagonal stance, left chopping block. Rotating and coming to a right forward stance, right vertical punch. Right hand to the left, to the right. Bring your left foot in line to do a cat stance with a right upward spear hand. Left hand out forward, right upward spear hand, and a rectangular stance. From here, right hand on top, rotate, 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 horizontal chop. Continue the rotation, continue the rotation. Now that it's on the other side, rotate around, load up, inner chop to the right, and a right forward stance. I see a lot of good positions and a lot of people following along. All right. I think we're all good and we can continue moving forward unless anyone has any objections. Oh gosh, this is where I put myself in that thing. If thumbs down, does that mean no objections or you don't feel good? You know what? We're fine. We're gonna move on. Okay. From here, I'm in my right forward stance with a right inner chop. I'm going to bring my left foot in to do a return behind. So I'm going to be in a left cat stance facing the opposite direction. When I do this, I'm going to bring my left elbow here and do a downward elbow strike in my left cat stance. Again, we're here, bam. A lot of people slow this move down traditionally in the kata. From here, we are going to step forward with our right foot. So we're here, we're going to step forward with our right elbow. We are going to do a low chopping block, and we are going to step our right foot through to be doing a rectangular stance facing the back of the room. So I've come here. This left hand is going to do a low chopping block, rotate around, and I'm going to do a roundhouse elbow facing the back. What the?
Okay, I found this on the web for facing the back.
All right. So again, from here, coming around, I'm gonna face you guys now just to show you guys what the next moves look like. With that roundhouse elbow in the front, I'm going to do a double, I'm going to do a, so I'm going to do a sliding sweeping block. No. What's that? Oh no. This one's sliding, isn't it? Oh. All right. So I'm going to do a double sliding block. So left hand comes by the face, right hand goes low, and from here I'm going to do a right front snap kick. I'm then going to load because what I want to do is come forward in an X stance and do a right inner chop and a left upward spear hand. Don't worry, we're going over all of this again. So let's go from, we just did the inner chop. Let's go from there. From the inner chop, I'm going to bring my left foot in, left cat stance, left downward elbow, step forward, left chopping block, face the back, roundhouse elbow. I'm going to bring my right foot into cat stance, double sweeping blocks. So one left hand by the head, right hand by the hip, right front snap kick, step forward, X stance, right X stance, right inner chop, left upward spear hand or left horizontal upward spear hand. Go through that on your own twice from the inner chop. And if you guys are totally confused, let me know what part. Good. So far, so good. Okay, we all got through the elbow. Remember, the elbow is in rectangular stance, not forward stance. Yeah.
On the double sliding, which one's on top?
Left hand is on top. Left hand by the head, right hand by the hip. So
And they just
left hand, right hand. Left.
and after that.
Yeah.
And then how do you get to the move after that?
Yeah, so after that, when I'm here, I actually have an opening for that right front snap kick. And when I load, that left hand, my right hand comes up to load for my inner chop, and my left hand comes back into reaction hand. So it's gonna be here, front snap kick, and to get to that next move, I'm going to load right hand here, left hand back, so that when I step forward, I'm already primed for that move.
Just a second.
So what it looks like quick, just to give you an idea, here, here, snap. There we go. Yep, you got it. Very good, very good. All right, I saw clapping. There, that's better than thumbs up, so we're gonna go with it. Okay, I know we're all eager to get into tiger stuff, and that's exactly what we're about to do. I promised you guys 20 to 30 minutes in. We're about 30 minutes in, and lo and behold, tiger stuff. So let's talk a little bit about the tiger claw before going into it. The tiger claw is not here where it's like super grabby and graspy. It's not here where my hand is super straight. It's as if you were doing fingertip push-ups and you had each of your fingertips touching the ground. So if I have a flat surface, I'm putting all of my fingertips onto it. Because if I'm too condensed, I'm gonna hurt myself and my fingers are gonna collapse. If I'm too flat, then I'm basically just high-fiving something. So you want that nice, strong hand position. From here, other tip, like what I said, elbows down when you do this. You're going to reach out with one hand or the other hand. I'll go through the sequence, but you're gonna reach out, and when you pull in, you wanna think of that elbow driving down toward into your hip. Common mistake is I'm out here and I'm pulling here, and this is only using my shoulder. Here, remember, we're getting that sinking feeling that the tiger gets. The sequence of the arms is going to be right hand comes out, left hand comes out over top, and then they sink. From, yeah, again, right hand goes from one shoulder down, other one comes on top, and then they sink and stay on the same line. From the side, here, here, here. Reach with the right hand, reach over top with the left, sink down, elbows down, using your back, being very strong as a tiger. So, all that to say, we're about to get into that. So we just did here, and what we're going to do is we're going to rotate our cat stance or our X stance into a cat stance the opposite direction. So you can see I'm already on the left ball of my foot on this final move here. All I'm gonna do is rotate to my left and face the opposite direction in a left cat stance. As I do that, my hands are going to come in front, making X block, or what some people refer to as Wakanda forever. And I'm going to have my tiger hands, right hand in front. So I do here, rotate here. If I'm doing it the way I would be doing it for kata, I start facing away. rotate, and now I'm facing forward in a left cat stance with these two tiger claws out. From here, the left foot comes across. I'm heading to my right. My left foot comes across, and my right foot steps out into a deep forward stance. And as I do that, we do the tiger claws that we were talking about, right hand, left hand. So I'm here, I step out, the right hand is gonna come across. Oh shoot, I gave it to you guys a little bit wrong. The right hand comes across initially, then it's going to be left and right hand on top. So right hand comes across to clear, left, right over top, bring down. I mean, you should be ambidextrous. Tigers are ambidextrous. Don't look it up, but it's a tiger fact. All right. So from here, again, from that left cat stance here, left foot crosses over. When the left foot crosses over, the right hand comes across. Left, right, sink down. Elbows down, sink your stance. None of this. Sinking down, and the strength comes from our stance and everything else sinking down. Try that a few times. If you're having trouble with any of the tiger stuff, let me know. But try that a few times on your own to see if you can get some of the nuances. Left cat stance, step out with the left. If you notice, a lot of these tiger moves combine legs and hands moving at the same time. Think of that left uppercut happening with that left foot coming in. Think now of that left foot coming across with the right hand coming across. The strength of the tiger doesn't come from, I have really strong arms and big shoulders. It comes from my whole body is moving to accomplish a singular purpose. Yeah, yeah, tiger face as well. All right. All right, who wants to go through it from the beginning? Thumbs up means from the beginning. Thumbs down means, okay, yeah, I see a lot of thumbs up. Got it. All right, let's go from the beginning. Natural stance, we are still human. Until we reach our hands forward, thumbs down, come bring in attention stance. Drop down, rectangular stance. Shift to the left. Right elbow, bridge hand, bridge hand. Shift to your right with a left elbow. Bridge hand, bridge hand. Pull back in. Moving to your left. Right cat stance, right hand high. Bring the left foot around, left hand high. Up in saucer, right front snap kick. Right uppercut, left pressing block. Double ridge hands. Pull back in. Moving to the right. Left cat stance, left hand on top. Bring the right foot around, right hand on top. Left front snap kick, left cup and saucer. Left uppercut, right pressing block. Double ridge hands, pull back in. Up back. Left cat stance, Chinese circular chop block. Step out. Left diagonal stance with a chopping block. Shift. Forward stance, reinforced vertical punch. Reach to your right, bring the left foot through, left upward spear hand, left hand to the front, shift, right spear hand in rectangular stance. Right hand comes up, go clockwise, 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 chop. Continue your motion, clockwise, 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 finish. Rotate the opposite direction. We're about here, shift, and a nice powerful chop. Return behind on the left side, left downward elbow. Chopping block, rectangular stance, elbow. Double sliding blocks, right cat stance, right front snap kick, top, spear hand in a right X stance. Unfold into a left cat stance, right hand in front of left hand, cross the left foot over, right hand, step out, left, right. I saw a lot of people following on for the majority of it, but then I was facing the other way, so I don't know. All good to continue forward? All right, good. From here, we are going to now go the opposite direction. I'm going to take my left foot and I'm going to shift it out so that I can go into a left forward stance going in the opposite direction. So when I do this, I'm going to bring my left hand forward, right hand comes through, upward spear hand, but this time you're stopping, you're hitting your own bicep with that reinforcement here. From here, you're going to load because you are going to do a simultaneous right serpent kick with a double inner chop to the sides. So what that looks like here, here. So you're this nice three-dimensional hitting three attackers at once person. From here, you are going to load for a double downward forearm block. And you're going to come into a right X stance, double downward forearm block. All right, again, so we're in our tiger stance here. Look over your left shoulder, rotate, left forward stance, right upward spear hand. Serpent kick plus the double chop. Move with a double downward forearm block. Step forward, X stance, double downward forearm block. All right, go through that sequence 2 more times on your own, just to solidify it before we get into more tiger stuff.
Italian salute is best move.
Italian salute. I was gonna reference that. I just wasn't sure how. Yeah, there we go. Good. Man, you guys are covering distance. Another characteristic of good tiger is if you cover a lot of distance throughout the whole thing, because that means your stances are long and you're exploding off of your legs. So the double downward forearm block, for those who are unfamiliar, the load is up here. Bam. You're ending up in almost like a double inner middle block, but you're going there in a downward motion. So you're loading, your elbows are high, bam, you're ending up in that nice, again, inner middle block position with the hands open. Good. Double chops, front serpent kick. Oh, and for those who don't know what serpent kick is, for now, just think of it as a front snap kick with your toes pointed forward. So I know how good we are about having good hitting position for the front snap kick. Now ignore it and just put your toes forward. That's the simple explanation. All right. From here, we are going to do more tiger stuff. So without worrying about the legs, instead of reaching out, now we are going to be doing stalking as a tiger. So what that means is we're going to be looking over our right shoulder and we are going to be rotating our arms, again, using our whole body. And we are going to end up in this position as we continuously circle our arms. So let me break that down for you. The right hand starts at the bottom. It's as if you're doing a lower block, but you're in a tiger hand. So the hand comes up around, it's almost like a circular lower block. So imagine that that's all the right hand is doing. Simultaneously, you have your other hand rotating downward, your left hand rotating downward and coming out almost like an outer block, again, with tiger hands. These are soft style movements, but that's the best way to describe it. So now imagine as if you were doing a simultaneous lower block, outer block, except you're doing it with tiger hands and it's soft. That's kind of the best way I found using Kung Fu techniques to explain this one. Your hands always end up blocking to your right as if it's a wall, and they rotate around, then they meet back here. So that's how the hands are going to work for this. Again, both hands on the right side, rotate around, both hands on the right side. Right hand rotates out, left one rotates in, they come back around and meet back on the right. Now here's the tricky part, as if it wasn't tricky enough already. You're going to be walking away as you're doing this. So we just did this. I'm going to be walking backwards, and every time I cross my foot in front, my hands are going to be on my right side. So what that means is I'm going to step out, cross my foot in front. Again, as I cross in front, both of my hands on the right side. Step out, my hands rotate, cross in front, both of my hands end up on the right side. My left foot steps out, my right foot crosses in front. So I want you guys to practice that there and just try to go down the floor a little bit, getting that motion down. Again, here, crossed in front. Master Bao, when he taught this, would always say that the lower you are as well, the more intentional it looks and the more you can get your whole body involved. So if I'm really upright, I'm not much of a stalking tiger. If I'm just doing this, I look like, I don't know, maybe a posh tiger versus one that's maybe a bit more, you're already in that low X stance. So it looks good to keep it low as you're coming around. It looks a lot more intentional and a little bit more, I don't know what the right, animalistic. I don't know what the right, I know there's a term I was thinking of, but instinctive maybe, something like, what's that? Stocky, yeah. Yeah, Tom's right, it's not the right one. There's another word, we all know it. We just can't produce it. All right, so how are we going to incorporate this? We are going to do that double forearm block. Bam. We're going to be in our right X stance. I'm going to now step out on my left foot. Hey, that means my hands are coming apart. I'm going to cross and forward. I'm going to do this 2 times, and on the 3rd time, I'm going to drop down and do a right dropping kick. What that looks like. So I'm here. I'm going to go 1, 2, and on my 3rd one, I'm going to step out. My hands come out, drop down, get a nice kick. I'm going to then plant my right foot, cross my left foot in front. Again, hey, that tiger thing again. Cross that left foot, right hand comes across, left, right. So we're back doing tiger stuff. Again, the formula. Here. 1, 2, 3, dropping kick, step, cross in front, back doing tiger stuff. All right, so follow along with me this time. So we just did double downward forearm block. Step the left foot out. Hands are out, cross in front, right hands on the right. Step out, cross in front, hands on the right. Step out, drop down, left knee down, right foot comes up. Pull back, go back that direction. You're going to do left foot crosses, right hand comes across, left, right. Down. Good. On your own, go from the Italian salute until you get to those tiger claws. So we were just doing tiger claws one direction, bam. So from this move here, 1, 2, stalk, stalk, drop, kick, come back up, tiger claws. Good. All right, I see a question coming up.
Sensei,
Yes.
what direction are we facing with the 2 downward forearms?
Yes. So I'm going to be facing, if I started forward, I'm going to be facing my left side because I've just done tiger claws to the right. I'm going to shift. I'm going to be facing the left direction. So this is where I started the whole kata. I'm going this direction now. Here, here, here. And when I do that retreat, I'm facing the back of the room. So now I'm doing 1, 2, down, come back up, cross, 1, 2. So now I'm facing again the left direction, but I'm still biased to the back of the room. Man, you guys are great. What do we
Thanks to
have?
say, we didn't figure out that we were supposed to be facing south.
Yeah, I kind of switched it around so you guys could see it easier. So thank you for catching me on that.
Thank you.
Man, we are making awesome progress. We have 40 minutes left, and there's still some parts left to this, but I would probably say this is farther than most Tiger classes that I've taught have gone with the 1.5-hour time cap. We're also not super application focused. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get through the form, so it's great. You know, really Tiger applications are more like natural and innate. So if you're doing, Tiger stuff, it's really not like, here's how to be a Tiger. It really has to come from within. It's a much more passionate and powerful, feeling, and you have to be more instinctive with it. So, I could show you formatted stuff, but you can't build walls around a Tiger unless you're a Tiger in a cage. But we're not doing Tiger in a cage kata. That's another thing. All right. Yeah, exactly. All right. So thumbs up, we go on. Circle around means we start from, okay, I see thumbs up. All right, we are pretty comfortable. Okay, we're gonna move a little bit more forward and then we'll start from the beginning again. So we just did here, 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 here. From here, I'm gonna be facing you, but know that it's gonna be toward the back of the room. I am going to go and hop into a right cat stance facing the back. And as I hop back, my hands are going to create that wall that we created when we were doing the walking. This is what I would normally call a joint hands block, but Kungnu does not recognize that term anymore, even though it was my favorite block. I have no bitterness when they got it removed. Right cat stance, right, formerly known as joint hands block, but tiger hands. You are then going to hop to your right and get into a left cat stance with a left joint hands block in tiger claws. The idea is you have something passing through, you're getting out of the way, you're once again getting out of the way. So what that looks like if I'm facing the correct direction. 1, 2. From here, I'm going to do a return behind and I'm going to go back into our Wakanda Forever position. Right hand on top, tiger claws. So, 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go into a right cat stance, right hand in front. So if anyone missed that. 1, 2, turning to my right. 3, right cat stance, Wakanda Forever. From here, I'm going to step into a right forward stance. I'm going to bring my tiger claws out, cross them in front, and pull them into reaction hand. So it's as if you're reaching out and pulling something in. Think of like grabbing someone's gi from opposite sides and pulling them into like a choke or into something disadvantageous. You're going to do the same thing, stepping forward left side, and you're grabbing, crossing the arms over, bam, into reaction hand. From here, step the right foot forward into a rectangular stance, and you're going to do a roundhouse, right roundhouse elbow, slapping the left hand. And then you're going to load upward elbow, shift into a left lunge stance. Very good, very good. All right, let's go from the tiger claws right before all of this. So I should be facing the back of the room. I have my tiger claws to the right. Up to right cat stance to the left. Walk to your right. Up to a left cat stance. Left block to your left. Rotate around so you're facing forward. Right cat stance, hands in front. Step out, right foot, right forward stance, reach out, pull back into a tight reaction hand. Step forward, left hand, left foot forward, reach out, pull in. Come forward, right rectangular stance, slap, roundhouse elbow, load, shift to your left, upward elbow. Think of it as if you want to go up your center line with this upward elbow and you don't have the room, so you have to shift in order to allow for all of that force to go through.
Isn't that also a kiai, Sensei?
It is also a kiai. I have not been very specific on the kiais, but yes, this is a kiai. We'll talk about the kiais at the end, but for now, no, that one is a kiai. I think that might be the first one, actually. There's not, yeah. Okay. No, the first one is the double forearm block. Yeah. Or maybe I just kiai there. I don't know. Do it anyway. No one's going to complain about more kiais. All right. So from here, we're gonna be doing a lot of things from this point on that we basically already know. So from shifting to the left with the upward elbow, we are now going to walk to the left using our tiger walk. We're going to do that same dropping kick and then that same tiger claw return. So from here with the elbow up, I'm going to step through 1, 2, 3. I'm going to drop, right, dropping kick, plant the foot, left foot comes across, left, right. All right, very good, very good. Lots of tigers, some facing opposite directions though. I hope that's just for artistic effect. All right, so on your own 2 times, I want you to go from the tiger claws into the joint hands on both sides. Here, 1, 2, elbow, elbow, tiger walk, drop, kick, come back around, tiger claws. So on your own, do that 2 times. From the tiger claws. Also, Sensei, Tom and Cameron, your camera's angled really high up. I can't see anyone. I assume you guys are doing great, but I don't know for sure. Thank you. Nice. All right, I see some people starting from the beginning. If you want to do that, cool, go ahead. I'm actually gonna go from the beginning as well. I'm not gonna say anything, but if you want to follow along, you can go ahead and do that. And then when I'm done, we'll go ahead and go a little bit further. We are almost done, actually. Yeah, question?
Small quick question. When we do the elbow stretch,
Yep.
Are we in forward stance or side?
So we are in rectangular stance. So we were just in a left forward stance, and I'm going to step through, wham, go into rectangular stance. So what that looks like is I'm here. So this foot coils up, and I step out and elbow at the same time. Again, tiger has that very simultaneous hands and feet movement.
Thank you.
No problem. All right. Actually, I see quite a few people. All right, so we're there.
We'd love to follow along with you from the beginning, like you said.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that. You know what? I'm just going to call it out. We're going to do it. We're going to get to where we were. We're going to add on. This is the nature of Kung Nu and kata learning. So, starting from the beginning, natural stance, reach the hands forward, thumbs down, wrap around, attention stance, drop down, rectangular stance, shift to your left, right elbow, bridge hand, ridge hand. Pull in, left elbow, reaching to the right. Ridge hand, pull in. Moving to your left, right cat stance, right hand on top. Shift the left foot around, left cat stance, left hand on top. Right front snap kick, cup and saucer. Right uppercut, left pressing block. Multiple ridge hand, pull in. Going to your right, left cat stance, left hand on top. Rotate the right foot around, right hand on top. Left front snap kick, left cup and saucer. Left uppercut, right pressing, double ridge hand, pull back in. Step back, left cat stance, Chinese circular chop block. Left diagonal stance, left chopping block. Shift, forward stance, reinforce vertical punch. Reach to your right with your right hand. Left upward spear hand with the left foot coming through into cat stance. Reach to the front with your left hand. Rectangular stance, right spear hand. Rotate the right hand on top. Come around and chop. Rotate, continue that rotation. Go back the other way. Rotate in, wham. Inner chop. Good. Pull that left foot in, downward elbow. Left chopping block, step through, rectangular stance facing the back. Right elbow. Sliding, sweeping, double sliding blocks. Sweep. Right front snap kick, extend. Inner chop, vertical or horizontal spear. Rotate around to the left cat stance, right foot in front, or right hand in front. Step the left foot over, right hand, left, right. Sink down. You're going backwards now. Shift the left foot open, Italian salute. Left forward stance. Chop, chop, kick. Load. Downward double forearm block. Right X stance. Step backwards, retreat. One, two. Drop down, kick. Raise the right foot. Left foot crosses in front. But as your right hand comes across. 1, 2. From here, up to your left. Right cat stance. Tiger claws to your right. Up to your right. Left cat stance. Left tiger claws. Rotate to your right. Cat stance, Wakanda forever. Facing the front. From here, step out. Right foot, grab, pull in. Step forward. Left foot. Reach out, grab, pull in. From here, rectangular stance. Elbow, roundhouse elbow. Rising elbow or upward elbow, ki. Tiger stalking. Going to your left. 1, 2, on 3. Drop down, kick, come back up, plant that left leg, right hand comes across, left, right, sink. I see everyone at least in the final position. So we're gonna add just a little bit more here. We are so close to being done at this point. Wow, we are making really, really good time. Wait, 4:32, yes, okay, so it's been about an hour. Good. Okay, from here, we are going to the right from these tiger claws. You are going to do a left inner ridge hand. So left inner ridge hand, shift over, right inner ridge hand. When you do this, you are shifting your lunge stance or your forward stance into a lunge stance opposite direction. So here, 1, nothing happens. 2, I shift my stance over. Number 3, I'm going to rotate my hand around and do a downward hammer fist as I step into a side stance, facing, I guess, the front where you started. So again, what that looks like here, 1, 2, 3. It flows very, very well. Left hand continues out, bam. hits low with that hammer fist. From here, we are going to do that same sequence of Chinese circular chop block, chopping block, and vertical punch going backwards. So from here, with this hammer fist, I'm going to look over my left shoulder, Chinese circular chop block, chopping block, reinforced punch to the back. We don't stay there for very long though, because this punch opens up and turns into tiger claws going to your right. So I'm gonna face forward for this just to show you guys. So I'm gonna hit here, and then this back leg on my forward stance is gonna come across, and again, here, 1, 2. I'm gonna do the exact same thing going the opposite direction as well. So I'm here, hand opens up, cross, 1, 2. Then my right foot comes in and goes the opposite direction as I go here, 1, 2. So the footwork by itself from this forward stance, left foot crosses over, I step out. As I do tiger claws the other direction, the right foot just passes through and steps out. With the hands, it's punch, hand open, cross, 1, 2, cross, 1, 2. This is where the tiger just starts going crazy. So go ahead and try on your own from the tiger claws into the double ridge hand strikes with the hammer fist. So again, ridge hand, hammer fist, go the opposite direction, Chinese circular chop block, chopping block, punch, hand opens, tigers to the right, pass the foot through, claw, tiger to the left. If anyone's lost, let me know and let's clarify the transition points where maybe there's some confusion. I know this is a super long kata and definitely not one of the shorter ones. Good, so tiger claw, ridge hand. All right, so I'm seeing some good stuff. So I see some confusion on the UCF side. What questions do you guys have?
Oh, is that us?
What's that? Any questions?
For this last section, could you tell
Yep.
us which direction we're heading as we shift?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So this last section, let's see where to start from. So so here and here is done facing forward. So the upward elbow is facing forward. I'm going to use that as a basis for all the rest of the movements. So as I come forward, I'm going to do my tiger stalking to my left, drop down, kick, come across here. So now forward is still here, and I'm now tiger clawing to the right. As I do this is when I shift and I ridge hand forward. So now I'm going toward the camera or toward the audience, left ridge hand, right ridge hand, downward hammer, downward hammer fist. All that is happening toward the front. When I shift and I go into my cat stance Chinese circular chop block, I'm going backwards now toward the back of the room. So now I'm here, chopping block with that diagonal stance, punching. Now I'm facing the back of the room, which means my tiger directions are going to be to the right and to the left. Well, I guess if you're looking forward, it's to the left side, but from facing the back and from this punch, I'm coming here to the right, shifting and going to the opposite side. So if I've done all my directions correctly, my final tiger claw strikes should be facing to the right of my initial starting point.
That's great. I think the only thing we're missing now is how to shift from that the second to last tiger claw to the other direction, how our legs move.
Yeah, that's totally fair. So from this punch, I'm going to be facing you. Just keep in mind that I'll normally be facing backwards. It's just really hard to show you if I'm facing away from you. So from here, my left foot, ignoring the hands, my left foot is going to cross over like we did for the other tiger strikes, and we end up here. From here, my right foot, this is a little bit different from the rest of the kata, my right foot is going to come around so I can pass through that cat stance into a right forward stance the opposite side. So I've just done this right here, tiger claw. Now the right foot passes through cat stance and into a forward stance the opposite direction. So what I've done here, cross in front, 1, 2. Now, as I bring this foot forward, I'm going to do that same right hand, 1, 2. Does that help clarify?
That was great. Thank you very much, Sensei.
Oh, no problem. We are like so close to being done. And it's like, it's something you already know. So, okay. I'm going to add on this one last part. And then we are going to just go from the beginning a few times so that we can really iron in the entire thing in our head. So let's go ahead, just for the sake of getting through it. I'll show you what the last part is, and then we can go ahead and go from the beginning because, like I said, you already know it. So we just did two. From here, we are going to face forward, hop back, Chinese circular chop block, left forward or left cat stance, left rectangular stance chopping block, reinforced forward vertical punch. And that's it. Yeah, there wasn't much more. All right. Now you're all orange, and as you work on this more, you get black stripes the more you do it. And I don't know, there's probably some story. I'm not as, see, I can't even say the right words. I'm not as eloquent, let's say, in my analogies as the tree and the belts and all that kind of stuff, but we're just gonna say that you gain stripes as a tiger. It's not quite how it works. I don't know if you become more or less camouflaged that way, but okay. Starting from the beginning, let's go through the whole thing. So, natural stance. I'm here. Hands come forward, reach around, pull in, attention stance, drop down, rectangular stance. From here, shift to the left, right elbow, bridge hand, pull in, shift to my right, left elbow, bridge hand, pull in, moving to my left, right cat stance, right hand on top, shift my left foot around, left cat stance, left foot on top, right front snap kick, up and saucer, right uppercut, left pressing block, double ridge hand, pull back in. Good. Up, moving to the right. Left cat stance, left hand on top, shifting the right foot around, right hand on top, left front snap kick, left cup and saucer, left uppercut, right pressing block, double ridge hand, pull in, back into our rectangular stance. From here, hop back, left Chinese circular chop block, left diagonal with chopping block, punch. We don't get comfortable with the punch. We reach to our right with our right hand, left spear hand, reach forward with our left hand, right spear hand. Right hand comes up and rotates upward, shifting around, chop. Continue the circle, rotate back around the other way, inner chop. Right, facing the right, right rectangular stance. Return behind. Pull in that left foot, left downward elbow, left chopping block, shift into a rectangular stance, roundhouse. Double sweeping block. Right front snap kick. Lower. Back to the front. Left foot forward, cat stance. Wakanda forever. Step to your right with your left foot. Right hand, left right. Return behind into a left forward stance, Italian salute. Now you're going to be chop, chop, kick. Load, double downward forearm strike, right X stance. Stepping back, retreating. 1, 2, 3. Dropping down, right kick. Plant right foot. Left foot over with the right foot across. Up to your left, a right cat stance. Blocking to the right. Up to your right, left foot stance. Blocking to your left. To your right, get into a right cat stance facing the front. Bring both hands in. Step forward with the right. Reach out, pull in, strong reaction hand. Left forward stance. Reach out, pull in, strong reaction hands. Shift forward, roundhouse elbow in a rectangular stance. Shift, upward elbow, left lunge stance. Tiger walk, moving to your left. 1, 2, rotate down, kick. From here, plant, cross the left foot over, right hand comes across, left, right. I'm now facing the right side. So I'm facing the right from where I started, tiger claws. Left hand, inner ridge hand, right hand, outer ridge hand. I've shifted to my left. Shift, side stance, downward hammer fist. All right, going backwards, Chinese circular chop block. Shifting into left cat stance, left diagonal stance, chopping block, shift forward, reinforced vertical punch, right forward stance. Going to my right, step the left foot across, right foot comes across, left, right. Bringing my right foot around to my left, to come across to the opposite side, left, right. I have one direction left, and that's to go back forward. Pop back, cat stance, Chinese circular chop block. Left diagonal stance, chopping block. Shift, forward stance, vertical punch, reinforced vertical punch. Step the right foot back. We are out of kata. All right. How do we feel about that? I see some thumbs up, some thumbs up.
It's amazing, but I'll
Shaky
never
hands.
remember it without about 50 more repetitions.
Yeah, like I said, and the problem is so many things come out of those tiger claws that like, you're like, wait, is this the double hand one? No, is it the ridge hand one? No, wait, it must be the Italian salute. Like from that move, a bunch of different things happen. So keeping them all straight. The order is Italian salute to the sides, then the ridge hands. Yeah, but you guys, I mean, you guys looking good. Some of you guys, I think, have clearly taken this before, have know this kata, I would say. Maybe I'm trying to think some tips and tricks I would say that maybe helped to get mine a little bit more shaped up, or things that I like. So on the tiger stalking, as I mentioned, staying low is a pretty big one. And the upper body, I didn't emphasize this very much, but the upper body rotates as well as the hands rotating. So as my arms come around, I'm actually slightly biased to the side that I'm blocking toward. And as I step out, my body rotates and I come here. So it's adding a little bit of complexity to it, but it does look, as you're doing it, it does look a bit more dynamic and intentional as you're coming through. Something to think about. Other things, again, I can't emphasize enough. The tiger claws, as you reach out, The left hand is going to the opposite shoulder, coming down the middle. The right hand is going to the left shoulder and pulling down. If you want the nitty gritty on what the details are, because the right hand comes across, left, right, sink down, and then they both sink in on that middle. Again, as I sink down, I am not leaning forward and I am not pulling back. I am sinking down and feeling more and more weight in my legs. So if you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm feeling really powerful, you're losing quite a lot of power here versus keeping it here and keeping your, if you feel heavy when you're doing this, then you're probably doing something right, because that's pretty much how it should feel like. Other things, again, look for the spaces where you can combine hands and feet into one fluid motion. I talked about a few of them. Another one is when you're coming around here and doing that inner chop, your hip is leading that rotation and that arm is whipping around. So even though it seems like, oh yeah, I'm just doing a chop and I'm going to go forward stance, it's one of those hidden moves I think you can have a lot of power behind and really get your foot into that technique. I would also say, sorry, at this point I'm just throwing out a bunch of stuff, but these are all just suggestions and things that I've really liked. The two ways I've seen Tiger done, and these are by no ways the only two ways, is very strength based, meaning that it is very solid and strong and every technique is very intentional. And it looks like, wow, that is a powerful Tiger, I can't get through it. And the other way is a little bit more explosive. So I lean on the side of a bit more explosive, and I looked for opportunities where I could take advantage of that. One of the things that I like doing from the Italian salute and here, it's technically a step forward and that double downward forearm strike. But if you're looking for opportunities to add a little bit of something to it, one of the things I really like doing from here is actually add a bit of a jump, almost like a tiger pounce. So if you're thinking of how do I get that explosiveness, that's one thing that I really appreciate. The other one is when you're on the ground and kicking, to gain a lot of distance as a tiger, you want to, most people when they get up, they're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go right into it. Plant that right foot out after you've kicked it, and then cross your left foot over. You are gonna cover so much more distance that way, and it's going to look way more like, wow, that person went from the ground into totally attacking in the opposite direction, like really far away. So from this position here, this can plant down here, and now I've gotten myself off of camera. So tigers don't like cameras. That's another tiger fact. All right, I threw a bunch at you. We finished the kata. How do you guys feel? Any other questions? I see some thumbs up. I like it. All right. We have another 8 minutes. If you want, we can go through it one more time. We can, okay, I see some thumbs up for that one already. So why don't we go through it one more time? Starting from, I guess I'll walk us through it. And then after that, let's go ahead and bow out, and I'll hang out for a bit if anyone has any more questions or comments. Wow, fast tiger class. You guys are awesome. All right. So hands forward, thumbs down, pull in, attention stance. Drop down, rectangular stance. Shift to the left, right soft elbow, bridge hand, bridge hand. Move to your right, left soft elbow, bridge hand, bridge hand. Pull back in to rectangular stance. Moving to the left, right cat stance, right hand on top. Left foot comes around, left cat stance, left hand on top. Pull in, right cup and saucer, right front snap kick, right uppercut, left pressing block, double rich hand, pull in. Moving to our right, left cat stance, left hand on top. Shift that right foot around, right hand on top, pull in, left front snap kick, left cup and saucer, left uppercut, right pressing block, double ridge hands, pull it back in. Hopping back, left cat stance, left Chinese circular chop block, left diagonal stance, left chopping block, shift, forward stance, vertical punch. Reach to your right, pull that left foot in, upward spear hand. Reach to your left, rectangular stance, right upward spear hand. Shift the right hand on top. Rotate, 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 chop. Continue the rotation, continue. We've reached our natural conclusion. Go back the other way. Get the hip involved. Inner chop. Look over your left shoulder. Return behind, left cat stance, left downward elbow. Left chopping block. Right rectangular stance facing the back. Right elbow. Double sweeping blocks. Right front snap kick. Step forward, right inner chop. Left. Right. Rotate out. Left cat stance, Wakanda forever. Right hand forward. Step the left foot over, right hand comes across. Left, right, tiger. Same as the tiger. Look over your left shoulder. Italian salute, returning behind. Chop, chop, kick, same time. Walk forward. Next stance, double forearm block. Retreating backwards. Tiger stomach. 1, 2, third one, drop, kick. That right foot, left foot crosses over, left, right. Hopping to your left, walking to the right in the right cat stance, hopping to your right, walking to the left, left cat stance. Rotate to your right, Wakanda forever, right hand in front. Stepping out, right forward stance, reach out, pull. Good. Stepping up, left forward stance, reach out, pull. Rectangular stance facing the front. Roundhouse elbow, load, upward elbow. This is a ki and a shift into a left lunge stance. From here, moving to our left, tiger stalking. 1, 2, 3. Drop down, kick. Again, plant that right leg, cross the left leg over, cross the hand across, left, right. Hey, it's our last tiger transition. So left ridge hand, right ridge hand, shifting to the left. Rotate, downward hammer fist, facing the front. Chinese circular chop block, facing the back, left half stance. Left diagonal stance, left chopping block. Right vertical reinforced punch. Moving to our right. Open up, cross the left foot over, right, left, right. Bring that right foot around to the left. Right, left, right. One direction left, facing the front. Chinese circular chop block. Chopping block and diagonal stance, shift, forward stance, vertical punch. Step your right foot back, look around, look at all the antelope that you just killed. Be happy about it because you're hungry and you're out of kata. All right. Any last questions? Like I said, you guys did awesome. There's videos online in case you want to practice, you know, of course, all the different moves. If you want any comments or you want me to look at anyone individually, you can always send me a video. I'm in the Cognu directory, Alec Kaknavicius Red Wolf Dojo, or I'll just put my email in the chat in case anyone is curious about sending me anything if you guys are working on it. I will give non-judgmental comments in case you guys are looking to sharpen a few things up, or if you're a little unsure of which direction you're going or anything like that. Okay, let's go ahead and bow out. And again, if anyone has any questions, I'll stick around for a few minutes. Thanks again, everyone. All right, bowing out. Deep. Ciao. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Sensei. That was really, really awesome. Appreciate it.
I think the kata definitely helps. The fact I really think it's a cool kata. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Thank you, Sensei.
No problem. Kenny. Hey, Kenny.